Josh, my friend.
How are you, sir?
So, sir is my father,
Oh,
number
I'm
one.
sorry.
So, I'm doing okay, I
You're
think.
doing
I
good?
gotta say, you have a very Seth MacFarlane look to you. Can you give us your best Brian?
Oh, I can't. So you know what? You're probably the fifth person to have told me that, and I've never watched Family Guy.
You've never watched Family Guy.
No.
What have you been
I've
watching
I've
on?
always been a South Park fan. I
Okay,
feel like their political commentary and just kind of their perspective on things has always been interesting.
okay.
It's a little bit raunchy at times, but I've never gotten into Family Guy. I know it's
I
almost embarrassing. I should go back. I've got time now, right? We're not allowed out, so I should take the time.
so you know what's funny is I don't necessarily police my television watching, but I will police my radio listening.
Ah,
So I find every year, and this year stuck, but every year I switch from my Tay Tay top 40 to country. It's just more wholesome. I don't want to hear about people doing coke and not feeling their face. I don't care. That's not my jam.
that's fair. That's
But
fair.
I do find the country scene to be very much, hey, I lost my cat and my
Okay,
truck broke down, and that seems to be a much more wholesome
relatable.
message.
Yeah,
So I
absolutely.
hear what you're saying. Ultimately, so Josh, you're in a unique situation. You changed jobs a couple months ago,
Yeah,
and you're now a leader of one of the companies in Ottawa that's actually booming right here, right now.
it's very exciting. Yes.
Walk me through that. How are you feeling? Like you just gave up, your old normal to gain your new normal, and then got a newer normal.
Yeah.
How are you holding up? How's the family? How's life?
Things are going well. It's interesting. I'd say probably a month after I started working with Interset and Microfocus, my wife switched jobs as well.
Oh
So we're
wow.
both in management roles. Um, and it's surprising how much those things can kind of change the dynamic of like your day to day and your new routine. And then, just sprinkle on a little bit of COVID and then it just kind of sets everything for a bit of a whirl, right? So family's doing well. Thank you. Hopefully everyone on your side is doing well as well.
Everyone's good. Everyone's good. I'm curious though. You mentioned that you and your wife are both in management. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Who?
We
who
um, we actually met in high school. Um,
huh?
and fun fact about that one was I had no clue what I wanted to do for school, but I had a crush on this girl, and I found out she was going into chemical engineering, and she was also going to do a computer science degree, and I thought that was kind of intense. But I said, hey, well, at least I have like a lab partner, right? So applied, got into it, master programs. We did every single class together, day in day out, every year, and didn't get sick of each other, and then got married about a year after school. So we're prepared for this. Like I mean, I've spent days with her just straight, and just studying and working and all that fun stuff. So yeah.
So that kind of sounds adorable, but I have to ask, you're both managers, you've known each other for years.
Yep.
Who gets and who gives the better feedback? Like are you learning more or are you teaching more?
To her,
I
like our
feel
relationship.
I feel exposed at this point, so I don't want to make it into a
So I
one or
think
the other. I'll rephrase the question then.
sure.
In such a long-term relationship where you've grown so much together, um, do you feel like you're learning as much as you were, say,
Okay.
10 years ago?
Okay. I I'd say I'd probably say that that's true. I think every day has a new opportunity, and so whether it's learning about myself, how we work, each other, our own offices, like learning about the new jobs. I think I've been fortunate enough to be in a situation where every day is a new adventure and always learning.
Amazing. So we touched on this. You joined Microfocus before the apocalypse happened. um, I don't want to say what drew you in, because I think there's a lot of reasons that kind of inspire people to influence them to make life-changing decisions. But you're probably one of, I haven't counted, but I'd say 7 people in Ottawa right now that are still hiring.
Oh, okay.
You're hiring a ton of people right now. You've got a lot of open jobs. You're helping. You know what I realized through this is that you don't just catch bad guys with math. You catch nefarious people
Yeah,
with math.
it's a good word.
When you look at hiring in general, we've had conversations about this in the past. You've mentioned about your love of resumes and your desire to read cover letters to the word. I'm joking at this point.
Yep.
What's your approach?
No, but you joke about it, but it's true. I think a person's approach to a resume tells you everything about them at the same time, and what they include and what they don't include. You can see people that are to the point, and they're writing 3 bullets for every position, and they're no more than 1 sentence long. You'll have people write 5-paragraph essays about a job as well, and it tells you a little bit about that person, right? So as much as we might not necessarily like looking at resumes and things like that, it's part of the process, and it's kind of a good insight into that person. So I actually enjoy it.
You're an outlier in the recruiting world. We don't. But what you touched on conciseness. You touched on kind of communication styles, and there's all sorts of different threads we could pull on within that. But when someone gets past your screen and they get to talk with you, they get to meet you, they get to shake your hand, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
What are they getting from you that they're not getting from someone else?
It's a fantastic question. I think one thing that I've had feedback on from people that I've managed, so this is, like you said, I just recently started. I've had different management style or leadership style roles in the past. Communication is probably something that I've always been told I've been generally effective at. But at the end of the day, I've tried to have a very open set of communication with people, and try to be a little bit more humanizing, right? Like this isn't meant to be you come into work and you work super hard and you don't really talk to people and it's just work. It's meant to be a collaborative environment, and to work collaboratively with myself as well. So I try to have my approach to be a little bit more humanizing. It's less about just the brass tacks of things, and it's just like, how's your day going? Like, especially amongst everything that's happening right now, we need to stay together as a team, as kind of like a work family, right? So I try to make it mostly about that.
And so you talk about family, you talk about humanizing things. What is your TikTok handle?
So I'm in that awkward age where I don't have TikTok, and I've been trying to I'm worried about things from like a security perspective. And so being especially in this kind of workplace now, it's very interesting. Like I've password protected things more than I care to admit. My password isn't the same on every website anymore, which took a while to fix. I have not been on TikTok yet.
Are you a liar or are you bashful?
No, you know what? It's interesting. I only recently got Instagram this year. I did it on New Year's. I said that was going to be my resolution, to try to be, a little bit more socially active, and so for that, it's Josh took a photo, and that's I think it's with an F instead of a PH, but that's like just me trying. Pardon me?
Like an FOTO?
Yeah, like an FOTO. Yeah. Oh. And I was told that I was like losing, the lens behind certain family members, lives, by not having those social media elements to things. And maybe I should do the same for TikTok. Who knows?
Here's what I'll share. When you get TikTok, I'll get TikTok, because someone asked me today for my handle, and that's what inspired me to ask for yours.
Nice. Okay.
That's how viruses spread, like one person to the other to the other. I am a wounded gazelle as a dancer, I feel.
Okay.
So I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to promote or suggest or pressure you
Okay.
to do this now that I've suggested that if you do it, I'll do it. But what I am curious of is there's so many people right now that have gone through the whole kind of mental math of, okay, I want a new job, or I'm not happy at work, and then I'm looking for work, and then I've got work, and now I start my new work, and then holy crap, the world changed.
Yeah.
This may not be a fair question, but over the past month, 6 weeks maybe, what have you learned about yourself that has surprised you the most?
I really enjoy this role, I would say. Being able to help kind of navigate these barriers. So it's just another blocker, right? So you come into the workplace, it's a software company. You've got a challenge of the day. Maybe it's hardware. Maybe it's, getting the right inputs for a deliverable that you're working on. And that's what I'm there for. My role is to really just go and day in, day out, make your day easier. And part of that is COVID, right? Like we jump in and how do we help you work from home? Do you need a monitor? Let's go get you a monitor from the office. Do you need to be at the office because of, internet access or server access? Let's find a situation so that you can be within a, social distancing, respectful kind of space. That's what I've kind of realized recently is I get a lot of my energy from helping others, and this is just another roadblock that I'm going to help navigate the team through.
Last question.
Yep.
Who's going to win the big match at WrestleMania? I know you're a huge fan. You told me about your childhood dream to be in the ring with Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon.
Yep.
Who's going to win the big match at WrestleMania?
I think it's a toss-up at this point. I think if they can actually get an event, you know what they should do is just like so I don't know anything about wrestling, but what they should do is they should get the video game and they should have the actual people play each other on Twitch or something.
Oh, that's
instead of doing it in person now. I think the NBA is trying to do something like that right now.
Yeah.
So why not just get your characters fighting each other instead?
I think I exposed you as a non-fan because they recorded already, but that's cool. Anyway.
Did they? Oh, I don't.
That's okay.
I'm too worried about finding TikTok vulnerabilities and security, and
so
not enough time watching sports.
If you can't catch the nefarious people at TikTok, what's the point? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Okay, Josh, you're a pleasure. Always great chatting. Seth MacFarlane, lookalike or not, I think you're great people. Which is to say that he's not a good person. I don't know. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Yeah, yep. Have a good one, sir.
Attaboy. Serves my father again.
Yes.